Hello, welcome to our Thursday Business News Report. We now start off with the currency market as we look at the exchange rate between the Naira and the US dollar, which closed at 410 Naira 95 kobo to the dollar, the official investors and exporters window. Now, the Naira appreciated against the US dollar on Wednesday, yesterday, to close at 410 Naira 95 kobo to a dollar, representing about 0.13% gain compared to the 411 Naira 50 kobo to the dollar recorded on Tuesday. Now, however, the Naira maintained stability against the US dollar on Wednesday at the parallel market. It closed at 502 Naira to a dollar, and this was the same rate that was recorded as well on Tuesday. The dollar supply rose massively by 261.5% as BDC directors pledged their support for exchange rate stability. Now, joining me in our Lagos studio to discuss this development and much more, I have Adiola Ojo, an economist. Good to have you at the breakfast show this morning.
Good morning.
Now, this new week seems to be ushering some good wins for the Naira in terms of trying as much as possible to stabilize against the US dollar, the greenback, and other global currencies. At this point in time, trading at 410 Naira 95 kobo. This is better than the 412 Naira that was recorded just last week, a few days ago.
That is just marginal. These are just the fluctuations in the market.
But we can hold on to the little wins.
Oh, no. Because basically, for you to be able to say, I want to assess, you actually have to look at it over a period, maybe a week or two. As of now, it is still marginal.
But the fear is that so many Nigerians fear that we were already closer and closer inching to the $500 mark. For example, looking at the parallel market as well, 502 Naira to a dollar. That depreciates the value of the Naira if we want to put things largely in perspective. But at this point in time, do you think this gain can really be sustained?
Basically, the 502 Naira, 500 Naira that we are currently experiencing at the black market, parallel market rate is actually not okay. It's a thing that can be worked upon. I think from my own point of view that platform is being overpriced, and I think it's actually as a result of the demand. Because if the I&E aspect market is able to take care of the needs of the market that it was established to attend to, then the issue of 502 that we're experiencing now at the parallel market will not be in place. But I think from all findings, they actually think that Naira should actually be priced at around 450, 465. 465 so as it is, the I&E market is still below. And I would say that of the parallel market is way above.
We're seeing efforts towards unification of the rates, but at the end of the day, we can't. The reality on ground is different from the effort we're trying to make, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you are correct. Let's just put it that way. The reality on ground is different from the efforts even of the monetary authority. I want to say this. The CBN is trying. To be candid, but Nigerians are not helping ourselves. We are not helping the government. What do you mean by that? A whole lot. Hedging, we are trying to round trip. We are trying to keep, because most of the challenges we're actually seeing in the forex market has been the same challenge we have been talking about for years, for decades, for periods. The same round tripping, hedging, hiding. I don't know the terms I'm going to use to actually put, but I think it is the problem of Nigerians, which I believe both the fiscal and the monetary authority should come together to address.
Okay, now we're also having the Central Bank of Nigeria also pushing banks, instructing to also have much more allocation in terms of forex allocation for critical usage, because we need forex scarcity as being the order of the day. Do you think we can still maintain that level of balance, looking at exchange rate stability and also having access to it? It's one thing for the CBN to order banks to have a broader allocation, but the reality on ground as well is how many people can really access this?
Yeah, basically what CBN is doing is very good. Because as of now, what we need is for us to be able to push this economy, to grow this economy, and for the Nigerian economy to be better. Because by the time we're actually able to push grow this economy, the issue of dollar scarcity will be a thing of the past. Because by the time we're able to grow, by the time we're able to export, by the time we're able to earn foreign exchange through diverse areas or means, then at the end, the economy is going to grow. And the issue of pushing banks to be able to say, okay, grow, it is just a thing. This is my vision. This is what I have as a vision. That is this CBN vision. And they're now telling the partners, which are banks, please support us to make sure this thing is achieved. But you know, like I have said earlier, if this thing is allowed to get to the lower rung, that is the people that it's being prepared for, then at the end we're going to have a better economy. We're going to have a better forex management within the system. But as it is, if we do not remove that Nigerian behavior or mannerism, if we don't remove it, the issue of hedging or round tripping or stealing or keeping hoarding, then this problem will still continue.
So now let's also talk about, really, as we're wrapping up conversations, forex turnover, the investors and exporters window rose massively on Wednesday by 261.5%. That's quite an impressive feat, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's cool. Because by the time I look at the figure prior to that and the rise, it's actually marginal, and it's I think I want to give them kudos for that. I believe we both the CBN and the I&E could actually come together to grow that and that market beyond what it is now.
And now let's talk about looking at playing forecasts now, playing pundits. Do you think what's the next sustaining? Do you think we would likely sustain this price peg of the Naira against the dollar for this week, maintaining for this week, and then enter into next week, or you think the pendulum would continue to swing in the upward, downward trend, and we cannot necessarily peg any figure for now?
The I&E market, I believe the current rate will just be between 411, 412 because of the stability in that end. But I think the only change we may experience will be in the parallel markets. As it is now 502, maybe in about 1 or 2 days, you can get back to 498, 500. And if nothing is done by Monday, we may be having it at 545.
And how do you think this also affects the sentiment in terms of business transaction volumes?
You understand now. Basically, as when this there was a new policy of government,
traders, investors,
2 days ago, a friend of mine called me. A friend of mine called me. He said, "Do you know one thing? This thing I shipped into the country, I'm going to change the price because the cost of shipment, the cost of clearing at the port has increased." You understand? So basically, there is going to be a lot of reactionary effects. Both positive and negative that you're going to get to see going
just
forward.
Continue to monitor the currency market and just hope that the Naira stabilizes, and then we have businesses and transactions also thrive, because it's time for the economy to really recover. Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate
it this morning.
Thank you so much.